Eric Biggie Williams. Welcome to Cowboys Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Richie Sambora,
and this stadium looks unbelievable. It's an architectural piece of genius.
Hi, there's a saying that goes, everything's big in Texas. Well, with regards to major sports stadiums for professional sports, most of those are pretty large, and there's no exception here. In fact, this is one of the largest sports stadiums in the world, and it happens to be in Texas. Yes, it's the Dallas Cowboys football stadium. Now, stadiums on a local level have a lot to do with geography. Where the stadium is located in the city has a lot to do with local land use policies. In this particular case, some local residents had to be displaced. In other words, they had to be moved to make room for this football stadium. Also, the angle and the orientation that the stadium has in terms of north, south, east, west has a lot to do with geography as well. And so the stadium builders have to construct it in a way where they have to take into consideration at certain times a year, and when you're facing a certain direction on the football field, in this case, what percentage of the game is the sun going to be in their eyes? Also, let's take into account that the fact that this stadium is a domed stadium. It has a dome on the top that can be retracted, for example. Why do some stadiums have that and some stadiums don't? And depending on what part of the world they're in, what kind of weather might they experience if they have no dome? So a lot of these things have to do with, yes, geography. In fact, all of these things that we've talked about thus far have to do with geography. Also, as you can see around me, let me show you. Take a look right across the street. That is an enormous parking lot. In fact, all around the stadium are enormous parking lots. Why is that? Well, because people come from far and wide to come into these football games. Okay? So there's all kinds of trash issues, there's waste issues that have to do with bringing that many people to a location for several hours. So we've got all kinds of impervious surface here, not just there, but look at this. There's a lot of pavement here. So what happens to all this runoff in the event of a rainstorm or a thunderstorm or a hailstorm? And then what kind of safety measures, in case there's some sort of violent weather here, what kinds of evacuation measures inside the building are implemented, and how would they best get people from point A in the building to point B in the building? That has to do with extremely local level geography.